Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Mrs. Mills. Today we're going to take a look at the specifics of cellular respiration. We're going to investigate what organisms use this oxygen and sugar for, and how organisms create the energy to live. First, take out your notes and find this page. Also, find your index cards or sticky notes that we created for photosynthesis. That's if you still have them. Second, pause the video and log into BrainPop. Watch the video on cellular respiration and complete the quiz at the end. Return back to me. Welcome back, everyone. You might recognize this page because it looks really similar to the notes page that we used to organize our information about photosynthesis. However, as you can see up top, this is about cellular respiration, and this chemical equation occurs in the mitochondria of all cells. On the left side, we have our reactants. So the reactants to this process include 6 molecules of oxygen. It also includes 1 molecule of glucose. Again, these are the inputs, the reactants that go into the mitochondria. And we perform this chemical equation to release the energy that the plant stored in sugar. This should make a lot of sense because the more glucose you take into your body, the more energy you release. Also, the more oxygen we breathe in, like when we're exercising, the more carbon dioxide is released. And water vapor is also a product or output of this chemical equation. Now, if you don't believe me that you release water vapor, think back to when you exhaled on a really cold day and it looked like you were a fire-breathing dragon, when indeed it was not smoke that you were exhaling, but your water vapor. You could also run into the bathroom, but pause the video first and exhale onto your mirror. And on that mirror, you'll see traces of water vapor. Next, we want to use our notes to create the formal chemical equation from left to right for cellular respiration. So once again, we're going to move our reactants down to the bottom. 6 molecules of oxygen are added to 1 molecule of glucose. They go into the mitochondria, and carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide are released. That's what we exhale. We also exhale 6 molecules of water vapor. Put that here. And the whole purpose of this reaction is to create or release the energy that plants stored in the glucose. So again, this is an energy releasing process, and this should go down here. Third, you should copy this information into your notes. If we take a look at this screen, you can see up top in red, we have the formal definition of respiration as a cellular process where cells break down sugars into a form that the cell can use as energy, and this is your ATP. This occurs in the presence of oxygen, meaning in order for you to produce energy to live, you need oxygen. You could also see on the left, we have the definition for reactants and some terms for products. Fourth, find this page in your notes. Use the notes that we just created to complete the questions. Starting with number 1, it says label each molecule in the equation with its name. So up top, you should be recognizing that C6H12O6 is glucose, and that this is oxygen, and that this is carbon dioxide, water vapor, and then this is already labeled as ATP. You should label the reactants, and for number 3, label the products. You can write it up top. Now think back, where does the glucose come from? Who made this for us? And what process makes or produces this glucose? In which organelle does cellular respiration take place? Look back at your notes. Which little cell organ does this respiration take place within? And how would the number of these organelles in a muscle cell compare with the number of a bone cell, and why? Well, let's take a look over here. Remember that mitochondria, oops, I just gave you the answer to number 4.